the surface to construct a new string plane. It is a permutation of s every occurrence of y appears before every occurrence of x in it. Y should be before x in t. When is this possible? If it is possible, okay, let us write x and y are English letters, not word. First we need to check we need to create map of characters. Map command mp for char chnms mp of char plus plus. Okay, now what if not possible? If mp of x greater than 0 and mp of y greater than 0, string result is dot push back off for while y greater than 0 of y same with the x. Now I just need to add remaining things. For char gs string remaining is empty if equals to x or not apply char not equals to y. Add it to remaining dot char result dot push remaining result. concatenate it. So let me add like plus C A. It is too much. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you have alternating sequence, NSM sequence lengthen, sequence of 0 is a sequence is alternating. Okay. Absolute difference is less than or equal to mod absolute difference. Hmm. Minus 1 plus 3 plus 5 minus 1 plus 5 minus 1 plus 5. Okay. So now n minus 1 times e to 5. Why this is 2 star 510. Okay. +5 +5 -1. Why this 11, right? 3 +10, 13. Why this CELA of n by 2 is still it is 10, right? 13 minus. Okay. 12, 7. Fuck. 5. 'What is wrong here?' Mm, 2. 7 +7, 14 -1, 13, right? Can do 7 -1, 6. Even then it's same, right? Sequence of 5 minus sequence of 5 -1. What is the issue here? Let me think. You're having three numbers. We're missing something. And then valid is okay. How come it is 14? Oh, they are asking maximum possible, right? Not the. Makes sense, makes sense. If it is odd, we must do minus at last. Plus, you just need to consider till there. So, minus. Well, 7, 3 by 3. I need to have 2. This right. This one. Student. Yes. Two. Here it is the issue. Minus 2 greater than or equals to 0. Depend. It's 2 minus 2 else 0. Just return that k. Two and 14, 8. It should be 12, right? Minus n plus 1 by 2 minus 2 greater than or equals to 0. I'm taking it n plus 1 by 2 minus 2 else 0. Mhm. Wait, let me write in a simple way. Student developments unit and by to star m minus n by 2 minus 1. Okay, 7 to 14. Yeah. Is there any mod value? No, it is not there. Then we have to 10 power 9. I need long version of it, right? Going that way. Yeah. To integer AB such that t less than b good if it can be split into 3 contiguous parts. Every element in first part is less than a. Second part between a and b inclusive. Every greater than b. First part less than a, including a to b, and greater than. One is sense swap. Swap numbering limits of nums. Minimum number of swaps to make nums good. Isn't it kind of 0 1 2 parity? But there. They did not say 3 equal parts, they said 3 contiguous parts. 3 and 9 can be swapped. No, only neighboring can be swapped. Main thing, minimum swaps to get 3 towards 0 and 9 towards Let me think. Can be up to 10 power 5, 10 power 9 and 10 power 9. 9573. To get this into, I think, inclusion, do we really need it? I think log 'array if less than move two counts. Yeah, find that. 9.7. Count is also 0. G equals to 0. Need to check supposed to be zero and add 1. Zero. Now what the result will be? Left and right we now count. Result will be plus C1 plus C2. What's left? Only C1. So target rules pattern replacement as where cost of is size my what does this even mean? Index cell such that position cell plus patterns exist in current stream and none of them are used as in previous rule application. Must be equals to current character at position L plus J. Into L plus pattern of I exist in current stream. No previous rule applied. Can't sort this. God. Application cost of applying pattern of file minimum total cost. Hello. G तो at cost H will become W W RLD cost first. Okay, we need to got it. Replace to get the right cost. And there can be star patterns which can be for anything. How can we do that? Map. In map we can get those things. But how do we? Map we can do a sorted map of this, but yeah, we can get it. 5,000. 5,000 can be not 20. If Bart is still 5,000, then it means I think there is already a second version. Let me think about it, right? We try to something with the star. How can we find out what? No. If I will do SL minus 1, right? Got it, got it. Like K will be interval. Let me take equal, right? Not given. Constant words have same length. Source. Uh, right. Max. Zero. Makes sense. Just yes. Okay. No. this one. Not, yeah. In the bracket right here. This let me take this and if both are equal. So should be plus yeah. From here, no need of checking the cost for maybe okay enough. So number of stars, right? Star of okay. Right, yeah. Now dp of I plus L will be none of dp of I plus yeah dp of I plus min cost C1. No. Mm, no. Degree of n. Oh, wait. Degree of n. Okay. Minus 1. Let's okay. This merged. Okay. Seven, 3, 6, let me submit. Yeah. What? No, man. Let me explain each and every problem. Where is Q1? Yeah. Here it's simple. We are given a string and we need to find uh, a permutation of S, which is T. In the T, all the characters of Y should be before X. So what I'm doing here, I'm having one map where I have count of X and all the characters in S. But I don't even need this map here. I can simply have int C1 for X, int C2 for Y. This makes sense, right? Now, if here character is X, I just increment C1. If character is Y, I just increment C2. If character is not equals to X or not equals to Y, I add it to the remaining character string. Now while C1 greater than 0, I can just push Y towards it. Sorry, C1 is Y, C2 is X. C2, yeah. Yes. Now for X, I check C2, I push C2, I reduce count, and I add the remaining to the result. You can add remaining towards front or at the end. Both are fine. We just need Y before X, that is C1 before C2. That's it. Add that here. Yeah, CAAB. Let me submit this. Yeah, this is also accepted. The complexity of it is O of n. since we are traversing all the characters in the string once. And space is nothing here. The only space we have is remaining and result string. It might take off and more. Now coming to second question, which says maximum value of alternating sequence. Now to make any sequence maximum, you need to do more sum than minus, right? Now we are given a starting integer s. Now we need to do n operation n. We need to have n integers total. We already have one integer given start, so we need more n minus 1 operations, and we are having m, so you can add or delete m from the current number. So if I am at the m, I can go till s plus m, or I can subtract till s minus m, right? Now s plus 1, s plus 2, s plus 3 till s minus m. Now here key thing is no two neighbor characters should be equal, they must be in the sequence. So to add, I'll be greedy, I'll be adding plus m. Now when I'm subtracting, I'll do only 1 minus, so that I'll stay in the sequence. At the same time I'll get the maximum output. So if n is equals to 1, I don't need to do any operation, I'll just return s. If it is not equals to 1, now number of m I can get is, I need peak element, not the maximum element possible, so that I'm focusing on maximum element. When n will be even, suppose n is 4, the final output will be the max, else uh, final minus 1 will be the maximum, because we do minus 1 in the last index. So yeah, so s plus long of n by 2 star m minus, these are the ones we need to subtract, n by 2 minus 1. If it is even, we get n by 2 as the correct result. If it is odd, we'll get 1 less than it, so it works. Now the complexity of it is of 1, since we are just doing mathematical operation from the n, s and m. We are not traversing anything here. Often space is also often, we are not saving anything. Yeah, this is good. So let me go to third question. In the third question, it is simple. We are having an array nums, and we are given two integers a and b. Now what we need to do, we need to push all the elements towards uh, less than a towards left, and between a and b in the middle, and greater than b towards the right. Yeah. Now how can we find out? So you might have solved that uh, 0 1 2 problem, where 0 should be left, 1 should be middle, and 2 should be right. I follow the same pattern here. 0 will be the low. This is some algorithm, some Dutch national flag algorithm. I remember it. 1 should be high, 1 should be mid, sorry, 2 should be high. Now in this case, 0 contains all the elements less than a, 1 contains between a and b, 2 contains greater than b. Now we need to rearrange using adjacent swaps. So final order will be like all zeros towards left, then all ones, and all twos towards the right. Now our key requirement is we need to do minimum number of swaps. That is, for one swap, like if we have two elements and current element is greater than next element, we need to check in which bracket they will fall. So uh, hmm, so we need to scan from left to right, and we need to check in which bracket it falls first. So I have two counts, like count which satisfies the left and right. uh, so we traverse it and we check in which bracket, 0 or 1 or 2. Now if it is 0, we just need to add all the ones and twos. We don't need to worry about anything else because every element will be towards the right. Now if it is 1, we should increment count of 1, and we need to add 2 because C2 elements will be towards the right of it. Yeah. And at last there are no elements towards right of C2, so we just need to increment C2 without updating the result, and I just return it. So the time complexity here is so often space is nothing. We are not storing anything in an array. It's just two variables for count and one to check which category it falls into. Yeah, this is minimum adjacency swap for the given constraints 10 power 9. I think it works. Now this is interesting problem. I got bit. I have solved the second problem previously. Let me check this problem. Yeah. Mm, I have seen a similar pattern before where never mind. So the key thing, I have solved burst intervals yesterday. Uh, this pattern seems same for it. So the intent here is like we have source and target. Now both strings have the same length. So uh, and we are having rules. So every rule must preserve the length and character positions. This is important. Now we have rules, and how can we apply each rule is it like we replace a subarray of positions that are not touched before. Like we should not do any operation for those positions before. And then we are having pattern and replacement. So for it at index I for pattern, and we are having some offsets j. So here you can see for index j offset, we are having pattern of j, and it is applicable from I to jth character. So it can contain lowercase characters or star. Star represents any other character, right? Yeah. Now what will be the cost? Cost will be the cost of I for that particular position and number of characters in that pattern subarray I was talking about. Now if the position at that position, if source and target are equals, we don't need to do anything. The cost will be 0. But if it is not equals, we need to do any one rule so that we get minimum total cost. That is what they're asking, minimum total cost to transform source to target. Now we are having like multiple rules. If you can take, this is the straightforward. Let me take this. Now we are having cat, and in rules we are having c star t. C star t represents cat, cat, because star can be any number. So the cost here is we need to add 1 to base cost 2 since we are having 1 star in it. So the cost will become 3. This is how we need to add cost. Now let me go to the how we are finding out implementation. Now my aim intent is like if I need to get target at each position, it should be either free or it must be covered by something, it must be replaced by before. Now if I need to apply only single rule on current string, it means that uh, a position can be used at most once, and the current character which I am having in the pattern is always the original source character. I hope you are getting right. So now to get character, I will be having an interval I to I plus L minus 1. Now the replacement must be done in this interval and it should be equals to target. Now we are having, so here if you can check, uh, I have a DP to let me, I'll come to that later. Now I will have the count of stars here. Now if equals to target, I'll speak about that operation. Now if you can take a look here, we are having jth thing. Now here replacement goes on, uh, it must make it equals to target. Now what will be the cost of target? Cost of the target is cost till k plus number of stars it to achieve that k. So it is like divide and conquer. We are having one subarray and we are dividing subarray into two parts using one variable k, and we are checking the minimum to reach here is equals to minimum to reach towards left plus minimum to reach towards right plus current, right? So initially let me come here. uh, 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 yeah, uh, I'm thinking like how can I explain this algorithm. So yeah, so initially for zeroth element we have 0, we got this. Now uh, for dp of I plus 1, it can be minimum of current, that is I plus 1, and I which is previous. Now if source of I will become equals to target of I, we don't need to do any operation, we just need to leave free. This is what I'm doing. Now if it is not equals, then I have substring from current I to I plus L. This is the substring I'm targeting. Here it would be minimum of dp of current comma possible. What is possible things? dp of I and minimum cost for I to k. Suppose in the subarray of I comma L, I'm taking till k, which is towards left and towards right. Minimum cost from yeah, till there. Now we need to perform each rule. For every rule I'll take rule as k, and every rule should be of length n, length l, sorry, length l. Now to find the efficient rule, we need to do each rule, pre-compute each rule that should be useful for the target, right? Now, how am I checking efficient rule? I'm pre-computing here the possible rules, and I check. I So for each position, if I use that position, it's logged, so I don't need to do anything. Now, if it is not, I need to check whichever rule satisfies this. So the problem is here, like when I'm traversing, I need to know which efficient string. So to store the rule till the current index, I'm storing it in the dynamic programming. So at ith index, dynamic programming stores the cheapest way to do everything before I reach position I. So now we don't come to any position of before I plus 1 later, because it is already applied. The rule is already applied till position I. Now, till when I walk from left to right, so I walk from k equals to 0 to right. Now I don't need to consider all the things towards the left, less than I. Now my main intent will be whether I need to go for free, that is whether source and target are equal, or I need to jump forward by L length by applying any rule. Now, doing jump, I need to choose a rule which gives me less cost. This is because like I have to always extend to a correct prefix, and also I should depend upon the best cost. So to reach there, so I'll show the burst balloons pattern so that you can understand. I should not show some other pattern here instead. I have spoke about this inclusion, exclusion, and divide conquer in my previous video. You can take a look in my channel. So we'll split the array, and from the we'll be having k. So we'll check the minimum possible towards left and right. Here we don't need to check towards left because we'll never visit towards left. We only worry about right. So we split at k, and we'll check towards right, uh, minimum possible till current plus current, and we store this current to be checked towards the right. This is the intent. Yeah, complexity is of n cube, since we are splitting it and checking for both the left and right. Yeah, this is it. I'll upload this once the contest completes.